England survived DR Congo 2-1, which sounds normal until you realize they spent 75 minutes auditioning for a national inquiry. By the end, England hadn't won a knockout tie so much as passed a building inspection with smoke still coming out of the walls. England conceded early, panicked immediately, remembered they were England, forgot what that meant, then spent the rest of the evening passing the ball like it was evidence in a murder trial. 7 minutes in, Cipenga scores for DR Congo, and suddenly the three Lions look less like tournament contenders and more like a group project where only Harry Kane opened the document. DR Congo were brave, direct, organized, and extremely disrespectful to the idea that England fans deserve peace. The goal was a full systems failure. The defensive line shuffled across like furniture being dragged by one exhausted removal man. Jed Spence gets pulled out. The center-backs are holding a private committee meeting. Cipenga is left alone. Pickford is beaten at his near post, and the nation immediately begins Googling. Can emotional damage be ruled offside? And the worst part? It did not feel like a random fluke. DR Congo kept finding spaces. Mbuku and Cipenga kept causing problems. Yon Wissa even hit the post. England were not defending like a favorite. They were defending like the Wi-Fi had dropped halfway through a tactical Zoom call. Then came the familiar England experience. Chances, panic, more chances, louder panic. Bellingham had headers saved. Rashford had one cleared off the line. Kane had a penalty shout waved away after contact from Impasi. England created enough to equalize, but every miss felt like the football gods adding another chair to the disciplinary hearing. By halftime, every pub in England had quietly become a government stress test center with lager. And while all this is happening, the injury situation is sitting in the corner like a cursed Victorian doll. Reece James is dealing with a hamstring problem. Jarell Kwanzaa's ankle meant he was not fit to start at right back. Tino Livramento had already dropped out before the tournament with a calf issue. Suddenly, England's right-back depth chart looks like a hospital waiting room with squad numbers. Tuchel starts Jed Spence there, but by the second half, England are solving a World Cup knockout game by moving Declan Rice to right back. Declan Rice, the midfield anchor, the emergency plumber, the man now apparently responsible for defending, progressing play, fixing the boiler, and telling everyone to calm down. That is not squad depth. That is a manager looking at the bench and quietly opening. Indeed. This is the real warning sign. Elite teams have problems. England looked like they had departments. Defense, confused. Right back, closed for renovation. Finishing, under investigation. Midfield balance. Please hold. Your call is important to us. To be fair, Tuchel's changes worked. Rashford and Madueke came off. Saka and Anthony Gordon came on. Eze joined. Rice shifted. England finally stopped trying to win the game through vibes and began applying actual pressure. And then Harry Kane did what Harry Kane does, turned national embarrassment into a downloadable highlight package. 75th minute. Gordon keeps it alive, stands it back up. Kane heads in. Relief. 86th minute. Gordon finds him again. Kane shifts, lashes it high into the net. Rescue. 2 goals. Late comeback. England through to face Mexico. But the performance has been detained at customs because this was not a display that screamed, "Champions." It whispered, "Please check the right-back department before Mexico arrives." Kane was magnificent. Gordon changed the match. Bellingham kept arriving in dangerous areas. There were positives. But if your World Cup plan requires your captain to perform emergency surgery with 12 minutes left, maybe the patient is not as healthy as the press conference suggested. England may have elite players, but elite players arranged nervously is not the same thing as an elite team. The right side looked vulnerable. The defense looked open. The finishing before Kane looked haunted. And the injuries are now actively shaping the tactics. This is the emotional roller coaster of England. Panic, denial, prayer, Kane, celebration, and then the slow realization that Mexico watched the same match. So yes, England beat DR Congo 2-1. Result accepted. Performance rejected. The roller coaster remains open, the injury ward is expanding, and the national inquiry will reconvene the moment England attempt a 5-yard pass under pressure.